Hey DC, happy Saturday, my Sunday. Um, Back after a month hiatus. Hope you guys are all doing well. Back with a bunch of records to go over with you. Um, Boy, I got a huge stack to show you. Just not today. I'm going to break it up into a bunch of different piles. Um, Mostly new acquisitions. Some I got, I don't know, about a month ago when I went to San Francisco. Got to go to Amoeba. Love going to Amoeba. Um, Went for my wife's folks' 50th wedding anniversary. It was quite the bash. Um, yeah, anyway, so hope you guys are all doing good. I'm doing well. Let's get into it. First one picked up here was Gentle Giant. Three Friends. This is the U.S. cover. Which is pretty much just the cover of the first record, and they slapped Three Friends on there. This is a solid record. Gentle Giant, a lot of times I have to be in the mood for. I appreciate the hell out of them, and I really do. I really dig Gentle Giant. But sometimes I just have to be in the mood for them, and as much as I appreciate this record and I'm digging it, I just haven't really been in the mood for it yet. And I know when I do, I'm gonna be blown away. Just haven't gotten there yet. I will, no doubt, I will. But yeah, anyway. So there's that. Second one I picked up is one I actually always avoided because I thought the cover was boring. King Crimson Red. And, oh boy, was I wrong. This is I'm going to go as far as saying this may well be my favorite King Crimson record. It's really good, man. Just the songs are great. The whole layout is great. And a lot of that, like, weak-ass ballad stuff that you found on the earlier records isn't as much here as it is on some of the other ones. I guess this was a posthumous record. They'd already broken up when they released this. But still, just absolutely dig it. Just a lot of amazing guitar work, just a lot of neat stuff. Here's one I picked up in San Francisco at Amoeba, and mostly because you guys were all for a while there going on about the psych records, and this one seemed to come up quite often. Pardon me. This one seemed to come up quite often, and to mostly rave reviews, and I can absolutely see why. The 13th floor elevators, Easter everywhere. What an amazing record. I've listened to this 10 times already since I've gotten it, and I don't know. I posted this on some board or something, and somebody just wrote Roky Erickson is God, and I wrote that pretty much sums it up. Fantastic record. Just the songwriting, the whole thing is just totally groovy. You know, can't get enough of this one. Out of all the records I've bought recently, this one has absolutely been getting the most spins. A lot of fun. Now for some metal. This is Asian Volcano by Bow Wow. And Bow Wow, if you don't know, is sort of a Japanese, I guess they're a metal band. They're very mainstream metal, if so. But man, if they don't play with all their heart and soul, they really do. They go all out, and you know, most of the lyrics are about rockin' and love and all that stuff, and you know that. a lot of people don't get too hung up on lyrics and stuff like that. I kind of do. I like hearing the story, right? So that knocks it down a little bit for me. But you know, solid playing, interesting stuff, and with the name like Asian Volcano, how can you go wrong, right? Right. All right. Now this one I just actually picked up yesterday, and pretty interesting record. The West Coast Pop Art Experimental Band, Volume 2. And this is an odd bird. It's got some really interesting parts. I guess the story behind this is this guy here, Bob Markley. He was pretty rich, and he was just able to fund doing a whole record and stuff like that. And I guess he was the least talented out of the band, but he could afford to do this. This is a 2017 repress on Jackpot. You know, this has some really, really interesting parts. It's not, you know, it's not anything that's going to blow your mind, but it's definitely an interesting listen, and it's kind of cool just to hear like the story of like how he just had enough money to put out a record, and so he did. He got a band together and he put out a record. I guess they did about 3 records, but you know, some really bizarre stuff. And I guess the guy who put it, you know, the lead guy, he was a pretty bizarre cat, not always in the best way. But here's the liner note for the entire album. Every song on this album has been written, arranged, sung, and played by the group. No one censored us. We got to say everything we wanted to say, in the way we wanted to say it. I just imagine him yelling that. Just kind of odd. Originally came out in '67, but I picked it up because lately I've been listening to a lot of Psych, mostly because of you guys. Now here's one way that Psych failed me miserably. Now, I picked this up at Amoeba as well, and I might have heard one of you guys talking about this on one of the shows, might not have. I don't know. The cover looked familiar, so I just grabbed it, and kind of wish I hadn't. It's it's the Zodiac, Cosmic Sounds, and basically, and the cool thing about this record is it is on glow in the dark vinyl, which I think is kind of cool. And it's even says on the cover, this is meant to be played in the dark. Oh, I guess it says that on the Rhino sticker. But basically what this is sort of low-rent Psych with some, you know, going over each of the astrological signs. And while some cat reads poems over it. And let me tell you, the poems are not good. I mean, this is an excess of drugged out, like, hippie, like, nonsense. And barely listenable. You know, some of you guys might think differently. I do not. I think the whole I think the whole thing's a mess. To be honest with you, just a mess. And I don't have a ton more to say on it. It's a mess. Last record I found the other day was on the Combat label, a little bit of Tokyo Blade. Sort of middle of the road priest worship. Nothing particularly wrong with the record. Nothing particularly amazing about the record. It's a solid metal record. Not a clue. 1984. You know, they're all good. The singer's good. The guitar player's good. They're just. I guess where it falls flat is sort of the songwriting. It's not You know, it's not inspired. It's perfectly acceptable metal. Um, not just not doesn't blow my mind. So you know, if there's anything that I want you guys to take away from the show today, it is this: no, no, no. So anyway, um, hope you guys are all doing well. Good to see you again. Try to be back again next weekend. So that's all. Goodbye.